Today, Prime Minister Stephen Harper announced that people coming to Canada and applying for visas will, in some cases, have to give biometric information. That's a fancy way of saying things like your fingerprints. Here, take a listen.
I'm pleased to announce today significant funding to enhance the security of Canada's borders by expanding our use of biometric screening. You can fake your name, you can fake your documents, but you cannot fake your fingerprints.
This was predictably met with outrage from the same people who want you to go to jail if you don't fill out the long-form census. I guess it depends whose freedom and whose privacy is at stake. Here's the thing, though. I don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea to ask people to give their fingerprints when they're coming to Canada on a visa. I think if there's a country that you need a visa to come here from, there may be grounds to fingerprint you. Obviously, we're not going to fingerprint Americans coming across our border. We don't need a visa from them. We trust that safe country. But there's plenty of places in the world today that aren't safe, places that we seem to be importing a lot of terrorists from. But here's a bigger point. What rights do foreign citizens have as against Canada's Parliament? If Canada's Parliament makes a law to protect us from foreign citizens, even if we do invade their privacy by asking for a fingerprint, why should Canadians find that objectionable? A foreign citizen has no right against us, has no right to come into our country, has no right to say you must trust my security bona fides. Our Charter of Rights and Freedoms is for Canadian citizens. Courts have tried to stretch that to Canadian residents and anyone who sets foot here. But if someone wants to come to Canada from Iran, or Afghanistan, or Pakistan, or Somalia, or other countries that have an enormous terrorism problem, why should they be treated as deferentially to their privacy as you or I? We are Canadian citizens. Citizenship has to mean something. The 7 billion people in this world who are not citizens shouldn't have the same right just to waltz into our country as the lucky 35 million of us who are. For TheRebel.media, I'm Ezra Levant.